So my name is Kate Grant, and I'm a business advisor with the Fasken Emerging Tech Group. So Fasken, broadly speaking, we're a big full-service law firm, but our group specifically is 95 plus people across Canada who we work specifically with entrepreneurs that are going from 0 to 100, everything from incorporation, scale up, exit. I always joke and say my superpower is I'm not a lawyer. So my background has been as an operator, then working in venture capital. And so now as an advisor, a lot of what I do at the firm is I spend really hands-on time with entrepreneurs to help them take those big, hairy problems such as fundraising, hiring, even things like my co-founder and I had a fight and we don't know what to do.
Yeah, and that's a common one.
It's huge. Oh my goodness. And like, if you think about it, you spend more time with your founding team than anyone else, and obviously you're going to have disagreements. But I spend a lot of time doing that and working with them and taking those really big, hairy problems and kind of breaking them down to smaller ones and saying, okay, let's tackle this, let's figure out a path forward. I also work very closely with our team and really have brought that startup mindset and culture to our group. I support a lot of entrepreneurs. I mean, one of the ones that I would say I've worked really closely with is Jenny Lemieux from Vivid Machines.
Okay.
An area I never thought that I would have anything to do with, but they work in the agri-tech space. Mm-hmm. And she is probably one of the smartest people I've ever met, so I don't think she ever needs my help. But just sitting down and watching that company grow from 0 to 1,000 has been incredible. When we first met, they were going through a program, they had just founded the company, and now they're killing it out there in the market. So, especially because I do a lot of early stage work, I find that you meet them when they're kind of baby companies and they're just getting off the ground and they're like, oh my God, are we going to make it? Are we going to make it? And then they hit kind of a Series A, a B, beyond even, and it's like, oh, you kind of feel like a proud parent. You're like, my little baby's all grown up. But it's been so great to just watch that happen. I think the biggest one, and this will come to no surprise to anyone, is fundraising. It's a tough market out there still. I'm optimistic. I'm an eternal optimist. I think things are starting to bounce back, but definitely fundraising and then also scaling and bringing on the right people at the right time is a challenge that I hear a lot of founders having, and not knowing who they should hire next, or how do they take this project and this company from something that is maybe only based in one province or one country and expand into new markets, and who are the right people in the right chairs to do that. I think some of it has to do with about expectations, to be honest with you. We just went through what is called a super cycle. And we saw companies get tons of funding, valuations were high, everything was so high, and it probably shouldn't have been. So now we've witnessed a correction and a normalization. So the things that I kind of tell founders is a flat round or a down round is probably better than no round.
Okay.
Figure out how you can make your runway last longer, because burn is hard. And, you know, do you need a massive office? Maybe not. Do you need certain things? Maybe not. And then the other thing is, like, figure out what your path to profitability is. A lot of VCs right now are looking for that and figuring out, if I invest in this company today, one, how long is that couple $1 million going to get them to? And then what are they going to do with it, and are they using it strategically? So for founders, I think, I kind of alluded to it, but funding is coming back. I think we're going to see a lot of really excellent Canadian companies. I also think that AI is a big area of interest to a lot of people, and Canada has always been at the forefront of AI. We're seeing things like Vector Institute, Mila, all of the work that's happening in Montreal. There's a really big hotbed there, and I think Canada is really primed to be on the forefront of that. The other thing that I've noticed too is a lot of Canadian talent actually coming back to Canada. And people that previously had jobs in the Valley have realized that they don't really need to go down to San Francisco to build an awesome company. And look at the prairies, for example. There's a ton of innovation happening there. So that's kind of where I'm seeing the trend going, is people staying in their own backyard, building really great sustainable companies, and just, you know, hitting those milestones and growing. I'm a big advocate for Canadian tech. Every time a founder tells me they want to go to the US, it's like, well, why? What's so different? And there used to be an adage saying, well, American investors won't invest in Canadian companies. I can tell you right now that is a complete lie. Tons of American investors will invest in Canadian companies. They're very comfortable with it.